life. My wife and I, we made decisions of giving when we read the scriptures and say, wait, he's going to come back in all of his glory with all of his angels, and he's going to split us up, sheep and the goats. And it seems like the only thing there in Matthew 25 is about how we cared for the poor. Because that's a true reflection of a believer. It's not that those works saved you, but it's the fact that, look, you know what? If you're a lover of God, you're going to be a lover of the poor. That's just part of our characteristic. That's what the Spirit does in us. He makes us slave to us. When we see those who are starving or have no clean drinking water, our hearts break, and we like Jesus, go, I want to rescue. I want to do whatever I can to help them. We look in Scripture, we see it all through that book. And so it's like, let's start giving. And people say, wait, you guys. People would ask me, they go, well, what if you and your wife give so much that at the end of your life you have nothing left for yourself? I go, that'd be awesome. They go, really? But what if you starve to death? I go, really? In America? I'm not going to go to any of the shelters and ask for food. I mean, really, are we really going to starve to death? You got to work hard to starve to death in our country. I go, first of all, there's that. Secondly, I go, Jesus promises me that won't happen as long as I'm seeking the kingdom first. I go, but thirdly, let's just say hypothetically, all the shelters are done, and God accidentally forgot that here Lisa and I were seeking his kingdom first and we starved. Let's just take the most extreme situation that we give away everything to the ministry, to the poor, and my wife and I whittle away, I'm hungry. We gave away to him, and then we die. I go, let's say that happens. I go, what a great way to come into the presence of God. To go, whoops, Maybe I took your word too literally, I thought you were, about caring for. What a great way to come in the presence of God. No, I gave it all. I'd love that moment. What are we afraid of? You know what I'm afraid of? I'm afraid of holding on to too much stuff. And coming before God and going, well, I wasn't sure if you'd come through, so I just kept this storehouse and I kept building bigger and bigger barns. But no, every time we gave away, man, the way that God would respond, just supernaturally. Man, and then, I end up writing this book like 5 years ago. I don't write. I'd never written. I'm Asian. I'm math, SAT, it's like my math score was, near perfect. My English is like, it's just this thing where you just do what God tells you to do. Anyways, suddenly they're telling me, hey, your book's going to be really successful and looks like there's going to be a lot of people. There's a chance that you may make millions of dollars. And I'm looking at my wife and I'm like, millions of dollars? What are we going to do? And I said, you know what? If we take this money, we're going to end up buying things that we don't need. We're happy. And we'll regret it for all of eternity. How many times have we bought stuff and go, why did I buy that? What a waste. I go, but if we give it away, we've never regretted that. And for all of eternity, we won't give it. I said, let's just sign over all the royalties right now to nonprofits. Let's just sign it all and give it all to the poor so that we can't touch it. Because I go, I believe this. And if I really believe this, then let's just do that. And this amazing thing where millions of dollars starts coming in and we're able to build schools, hospitals or whatever. Stuff where afterwards we're going to go, yeah, look at that. I mean, I'm talking about joy here. I'm talking about, you ever been to a foreign country and feed a kid who wasn't going to eat unless you gave him that? There's something so amazing in that. It was so amazing when I came back to my church after going to Africa the first time. I'm looking at my wife going, gosh, you didn't go with me, but I'm looking at everything we have, and it's not sitting well with me. And she's going, what do you want to do, sell our house? I go, if you don't mind.